In the heart of Madina, a place of worship stands as a testament to faith, community, and the enduring spirit of its congregant. Welcome to a sacred legacy, tracing the path of Seventh-day Adventist Church, Madina Central, a captivating journey through times that unravels the rich history and profound significance of this beloved church.
In fact, the church went through so many struggles and so many challenges. Struggling how to put this big edifice into completion was a very major problem which faced the church.
Our story begins in the early days of Madina, when a small group of devoted believers came together seeking solace and spiritual connection. Against all odds, they laid the foundation for what would become the Seventh-day Adventist Church, Madina Central.
The church did not build just any physical structure, but a sanctuary where people will come and find hope, solace, and a sense of belonging to the glory of God. Now, I'm told from the time I joined, they had worshipped at number one school, but even before then, they had worshipped at Pastor Aboke's residence. Then from the school, they had a cinema hall that was given to them, I hear, philanthropically. So they worshipped there to a time when they had a major crusade in 1984.
Pastor we feel ko fodua bae ene ene ya crusade kese wo court dan ho taxi rank sa na ne flow at that time. And from there no na enya nipa kaka about 120 ene bo wo so at that time. And from there no ene ye call opoku ampoma eho na afi ye koto a asori so.
So at the time they decided that they needed their own permanent place of worship. So through the help of some dedicated members, they got this land acquired. So when I joined in 1990, that was the time when they were actually going to start the foundation of the church.
93, in a benefit, Ishiame, a catcher, and say, I saw that plan, and they are perfect, and they I wanted to mention, I'm saying, Mayamon. Ampa, amudi ose eya oyo na me wo ho na ebre me 7 series and ebre saska na 70 pesos na me fan to hu nyoma no kware se me gi sika no me to hu nyoma nyina nkrata se me de adwuma nyina egu ho na de e nwa no se no kototo nyoma ni nyina gu ho no na boso miensa atwamu na me mfa me sanka adwuma no that could me fi adwuma bae me nim de ye a me petu dae na me hu se enam no me hu ensabi a e kire me e wasase ne so wo kire me se da sori dan ne bi si ate se re site no wie me bopru ende me sori a pepe na me hye adwuma na ase me hye adwuma na ase anajusuom then ya bo donkro kusi adichin no sia me kwa adwuma ba ya me sabe to aso eni nti na aka hu nyoma nketenkete ese me ye na sori a sa ba ye se on ba beje akwa amasama sabre na bedi na nyina sha amasama se so mo kwa ya mo de kwa amasama se be ya e be mo abodi krata permit na mo di esi asori dan ho godi mfie mienu me anso na ebibi same na me di achi me kwaje bae enti ye ka Madina Sorry Central Church the design
The youth were so agitated, they wanted the church started. So even before the elders could approve the time for the beginning of the church, on one fateful Sunday, the youth gathered themselves and started digging the foundation. They were digging the foundation when another faction of the youth came in and said that would be too small a church for Madina Central. So they just pushed the sand in and expanded the width of the church foundation. Now all through, we didn't have much money. No loans have been taken, but member sacrifices. We raised money to begin the church. We have masons in the church, carpenters, and those who use their physical strength to carry loads of sand, gravels, and what have you. So the foundations were cast. The women will come in and cook for the congregation. So everyone put in his best for the church to be done.
We were having so many problems, struggling how to acquire money because it was involving a large sum of money. But by the help of our pastor Kefas, in all ways he was with us. We have to find means to get money from many sources, like we have to go for financing through the union by buying the roofing sheets.
The time when we needed the church roofed, we engaged Pastor Chum, and then he introduced the concept of the Nehemiah Pledge. Members committed as to how much they were going to help with the church. We raised some funds, but that was still not enough. So there was a district corporate worship where all members from churches surrounding Medina came in, and then funds were raised. That was the time when the district pastor then was Pastor Kefas. So Pastor Kefas, through his own network, got the roofing sheets supplied, we paid and gradually finished paying. So what was referred to as an amphitheater eventually got roofed. A few members donated and had all the ground floor burglar proof installed so that people cannot come in unauthorized. Eventually, we got the columns done and then the outside tiled. Now, this has been a long time. From my recollection, from 1991, we have been on this premises up till now.
As Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central grew in prominence and size, it became more than just a building. It became a sanctuary where generations have found solace and where cherished memories have been forged.
I've never regretted coming to Madina Central Church. The love the elders show, the members, and even the pastors, it's overwhelming.
I thank God for everything the church has done for me and for my family. I thank God for my children who are also gradually following the step. And I like it how the Lord has brought me this far.
I have learned how to be humble, how to lead, how to relate with church members, and how to try to solve issues that crops up. So indeed, I have really been imparted in the area of leadership. And I can say for a fact that the Madina Central Seventh-day Adventist Church is a place to belong.
Na asọwere mpanimfo a yabeto won bi ose kofi asafo champon oduro kwaten asarebedi akọ sa mpanimfo aboa yen papa mekai eda champon a se Sabbath afternoon kura wa ma sori kura obefra abegina ni mo wa bisa o se adenti na awia no wa ma sori ne anko house. Sa mpanimfo emode monti ena ye nyina atimi ahye yeden a enne nyame dum yensusu yaka asori mu a yetimi aba ba ya asori mpanimfo
afternoon bia ye bekọ afiafie na before ye bekọ no ya pon no na ya tenase na ya hwe topic a ye de kọ akoka nyamesem no na yɛsua obi agyina hɔ na wakyerɛ yɛn na yɛate aseɛ na afei yɛwie a yɛakɔ mmienu na yɛde akɔka asɛm no ɛno nti ɛma na wopɔn koraa na wompɛ sɛ wobɛkɔ fie
afei so asafo mpanimfoɔ bi a ɛboa me ma menyi wɔ ɔsom no mu ɛyɛ yɛ maame Victoria Tete ɛna yɛasɔ pani gomashi a sabri wakɔ ne krachi in fact ɔyɛ pani bi a ɔboa me bebree ɛma lay work awie bia na ɔne me kɔ evangelism ɔba na me simi ntoma nkɔ a na sɛm a na ɔka ne sɛ don't say I can't, say I can.
That's right. Now, along the line, you lose some of the members. Edagomasi ko. Mame Ernestina Mensa ko. Pastor Bukana ko. Pastor Edo Sepoku na Madam for Sepoku. Ono so. And recently, no. Deity. Ne Pastor Adokwachi. Ono so. And these are some of the moments which need to be recalled.
Beyond its role as a place of worship, Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central has been a beacon of hope and compassion in the wider community. Its members have dedicated themselves to acts of service, making a tangible impact on the lives of those in need. Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central has always believed in the power of community. Their unwavering dedication has created a ripple effect, transforming lives and fostering unity. In a sacred legacy, tracing the path of Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central, we have witnessed the remarkable journey of a church that has stood the test of time, from its humble beginnings to its enduring impact on the community. Today, as Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central continues to grow, it remains a testament to the indomitable spirit of its founders and the faith that sustains it. Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central embodies the power of faith, unity, and service. As the stories unfold, it serves as an inspiration to the future generation to uphold the torch. May the legacy of the Seventh-day Adventist Church Madina Central endure.
Anytime I'm ever now, me do Madina Central be me area me te asori but I'm not able to go there. Me baha me nije.
Asafu me mu na ya wo me to ye. Na se na ya tete ye ya nyina beju sei. Ya se pese de san tete ye no ma ye ma. Ye na no no ba. Se no mo so simpanyifo ni free ho. Na ya be hye ho. Na mo so ba. Asafu ni nyini ni puntu eden. Ebe koso.
God has been so grateful to us. Gradually we have got to a point where this year we are going to have it dedicated to the glory of God. We still have a few to do. But when we think about what we are doing now, we know that it couldn't have been done with ancestors before us laying the foundation. Those who had to carry benches for service every worship and send it back to a location of security. Those who had to be in prison because others challenged the ownership of the building. Those who actually sweated and literally sacrificed their blood and time to get the foundation of the church set up. If there is any kudos to be given, it is for these pioneers of the church. By God's grace and by the dint of hard work on the part of the pioneers, the church, by God's grace, is where it is now. We will say, Ebenezer, This is where God has led us.
We are grateful unto God for how far He has brought us. We thank Him for leading this church. And there are specific people who have really helped it, especially the pastors who have passed through Madina Central. I want to begin by thanking Pastor David Abuka, who happens to be the first pastor of this church. Then Pastor Charles Abbey. We want to also appreciate him and his family. Pastor Dr. Lawrence Ewu. Oh, Pastor, thank you so much. We are so grateful unto you. Pastor Yao Asare. We want to appreciate him for his leadership in this church. Pastor Adokwache's family, we want to thank them so much. We want to thank Pastor Daite, who has also helped the church. Pastor Dr. Francis Tenote, we want to appreciate him and his family. Pastor Dr. Nathan Tay Odonko, Pastor and Mrs. we want to thank you so much. Pastor Paul Delphi, Pastor Hepas, God bless you and your family. Pastor Isaiah Morrison, we want to appreciate you and your family. Pastor Albert Dugan, we want to also appreciate you for your leadership in Madina Central. And Pastor Isaac Papa Amakohene, we are also grateful unto you. And the elders who have also led the church, from the very first elder of the church to the current elder, but all the elders who have passed through Madina Central, we want to appreciate you, especially with the church members. The very first person who was baptized into this church, and the last person who has been baptized into this church, the children of this church, all the children who were dedicated in this church, we want to appreciate all of you. It is only by God's grace that we can count our days and say, the Lord has dealt well with us. If you are dedicating our church, it is only God who has led us thus far. We appreciate you and want to praise God for how far He has brought us.
Sit down.